Showtime, baby. Showtime. Let's fucking go.
Oh, yeah. A little drink, a little stank.
A little stanky lank. That stanky lank.
Hey, yo, GMB in the house.
GMB.
As always.
Hey.
As always.
Let's fucking go, baby.
Damn, it's good to have you back, Wes. I'm telling you right now, bro.
It feels good to be back, man. Feels good to be back.
Uh-oh.
Quiet. Shh.
Uh-oh.
Listen to this fucking track right here, guys. Listen to this fucking track.
You better not play the same track after all that.
What?
Like you just pause it and then push play again. That beat is fire, though. That's like our trademark now, other than that tight ass shit. Oh, were you saying for me to drop that shit?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Oh, shit.
Drop the beat.
Whoops.
It's all good, man.
Whoops.
You
Missed
know?
that cue.
Well, hey, you know,
Rewind.
one time in 3 years, man, I think you're doing pretty fucking good, man.
There it is. That's the beat you were talking about.
That's the beat. Bro, I'm seriously curious to what you made that with. Dude, let me grab a beer. Hold on.
You're never even going to guess what I made that with. Long time ago. GMB, if you didn't know, I've been making beats since I was 13. On Fruity Loops 1 is where I started. So yeah, that shit's mine. I got a bunch more like that are they're outdated now. They are outdated because they were made so long ago. But yeah, I'm still proud of it. I think they still hold enough water, especially compared to some of the shit that's out there now. Oh my
Cheers.
God.
It's Modelo
Cheers,
time,
brother.
motherfuckers.
Cheers. We might have my cousin and my nephew. Shout out to Crystal and Ace if they're watching. Shout out to you guys. So this is what your boy's drinking.
Damn, cuz. You doing some fancy shit, bro.
Well, I figure in a couple months we'll be doing all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So
crown.
This Crown Apple with this, the Mountain Dew. And we will bow down to no sponsors ever.
But seriously, guys, drink Mountain Dew and Crown Royal Apple.
But you have to drink it responsibly.
Use our
affiliate link.
Our
down
link.
Below. Be responsible though. Don't drink and drive either. Do not drink and drive. I'm in the comfort of the home, not driving anywhere.
House. Yes.
Yeah.
We will never bow down to any sponsors. Guys, have you tried Modelo in the can? Really good. Really good. Click the link down below if you want to get. No, be responsible, guys. You know, don't drink and do a live stream. It's
Crypto Holmes is in the house.
Crypto Holmes, what's up, man?
We are glad to have Wes back. How was your Christmas, man? I know it was a little
It was good, man. It was good.
little
it was
crazy
quiet.
with the stuff going on with the kid being, not around and stuff, so it makes it a little bit of a bummer.
Yeah, they're going to they're going up north, man. They're flying up north, dude, to visit family and stuff, man. And it's always hard, like when he's out of town, man. Always tough. So yeah. But it was good, man. It was good. We went and saw Mufasa in 3D. It was the new Lion King. If you're not like into musicals, man, like they do some singing. Like if you remember the original Lion King, there was some singing,
there was
Disney.
a couple. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It wasn't as good as the original, but I mean, it was pretty badass, man. It was like the story of Simba's father, Mufasa.
Yeah.
Simba's father or whatever, and how Scar became Scar. So it was good. It was good. Yeah, 3D was the way to go, man, for sure. I was gonna try. I don't know. Have you heard of those D boxes? Where the seat, dude, they've really stepped their game up, bro. Have you been to a movie lately?
I haven't been to the D box one, but I have been to the one where you're sitting in the recliner and you're chilling, and it's like you got your own recliner. I like that.
Yes, dude. We got lucky. We bought the tickets and I didn't realize what it was. I just saw that they were decent seats, but it was next to the handicapped zone, right there. And luckily, dude, we didn't have anybody, no handicapped people. We love our handicapped people, but they weren't there. So it was just us, man. We had that entire row to ourselves and recliners, 3D glasses, man. Didn't get the D box ones, but I heard those were pretty cool. But they really stepped their game up, man. I mean, they were headed in a pretty bad direction there, man, with the movie theaters and stuff, man. People didn't think they were gonna last. So it's cool to see that they stepped it up. They had to do something. So glad to see they did.
Yeah, COVID really wrecked a lot of stuff, and movie theaters was definitely one of them. They were one of the first to get it. Back to what you were asking earlier, because the GMB made a comment.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put it up there.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, I've been producing for a little bit.
Not like anyone didn't know that Wes was throwing down. No, but if my cousin's watching, she will attest to this. She's witness to this. When I was, I guess, I was young, man. I think it was about, by the time I moved there, I think I was about maybe 16, 17. But I had already been producing. Like I had already been trying to figure the shit out, but I wasn't that good at it in the beginning, and it sounded like shit. I mean, a lot of my shit that I first made, I go back and listen to it. I'm like, oh my God. That one you guys hear in the intro is one that I made, but I made that one probably about 15 years ago, maybe more. Shit, probably 20 years ago now. So it's still old. It was actually made GMB on Fruity Loops 5 or 6, and they're up to 20 now. FL Studios on like FL 20. Now your boy started on number 1. I had the very first one, FL Studio number 1. And I bought it when I was like 13, and I had to trade in all my instruments because I lived with my grandmother, and my cousin will tell you if you ask her, it was like 8 or 9 of us in this townhouse, so there was I didn't even have my own room, y'all, for real. I slept on the floor. It was tight in that house, but I would sit there, have my little corner, and that's all I did, bro. I had my headphones on. That's all I did was try to learn how to use effects, how to do multiple tracks, do all that shit. And never did anything huge with it. I had a couple of my songs spun in the club a couple times.
Shit? Really?
Couple times by a couple of DJs, dropped a couple. I had some really good rappers rap over my shit, but they were like so street that they I'm like scared to release the tracks and shit. Like like these guys were straight hood, so I was like, I ain't gonna put nothing out yet. I don't even know where they are now, but they were really good. But I still listen to it. I'll still play it, because it's my beat. It's just, but they did a really good job on it. But yeah, dude, I just do it for fun now at this point. I'm not looking to get big in the music industry with the hip hop beats or anything. I haven't even really made them in a while, but I'm at the point now where I want to do it with real instruments instead of, because I could play drums, bass, guitar, all that shit. Yeah. So I'd rather sit there and throw down on real shit and then add shit over top of it. But
yeah,
you guys didn't come here to hear about music tonight. You didn't come here to hear about that.
No, they did not. No, they did not.
But every now and then you got to take a break. I hope everybody had a good Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever the hell you celebrate. Even if you don't celebrate, if you're atheist, my atheist people's out there in crypto world, and I know there's some of y'all out there. I don't believe in God. There's people of all races, shapes, colors, and sizes. So we do really have to show love to everybody on this stream for that. So happy holidays. And even if you don't celebrate the holidays, I hope you had a good time. That's the bottom line, and everything was
all
cool.
That matters, dude. It's all that matters, man.
And now you're wondering, up or down? Because our clickbait, Wes, is
not working. It's not working too good.
We're going to be able to tell these people which direction the market is going. And
yes, we are.
I opened it up, bro. I opened it up, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not supposed to drink and trade, especially with leverage.
Oh God, dude. No, you're not. Did you do it?
No, I didn't. I had restraint,
good,
dude.
Good,
but I'm just looking at my long that I had open from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, dude. The long I have open from last week is like betting against them dropping us down to the freaking liquidation mark. So if they drop us down, I'm screwed, y'all. Like if they drop us down, the market makers drop us down to that liquidation level.
What's your liquidation level, dude? Oh shit, dude. That is not a good start, man. That size, not a good start, man. What's your liquidation level? Let's see.
So
we talked about this, man.
The thing about this level is when I chose this level, the market was going up. So I mean, come on, man. You know, when you're going up, it's like, oh, we're going up forever, right?
Right.
And then, you know, market makers are like, psych, just playing dog. Let me open this up because I took a picture for security reasons. Okay, let's do this here. Let's do this. I took a little picture. What the hell are you telling me? All right, look at this, dude. Okay, this is what I want to say, man. Let me share this because it's not even up on the screen yet. Hold up, y'all. Check this out because I want to get your opinion on this as well, Wes. So this is where we're at right now, okay?
Right.
And I don't know what actually I'll put us on the side. So this is where we're at right now with Bitcoin, dude. This is an ascending wedge that I looked up.
Bitcoin?
This is Bitcoin right now. Literally right now. It was probably about 20 minutes ago, but this right here is what was very interesting. I Googled it just to make sure I was right about ascending, broadening wedges.
Yeah.
75% of the time they break to the downside. But two things I didn't know. I did not know that the top line was required to be steeper than the bottom. And this one is, even though we're not quite touching this level here, right? We're not quite touching that level. And you're supposed to have 3 hits. And I did bring this down and it was still technically steeper. Because it touched here, here, and here. So you could draw the line here.
Is this a daily chart or?
It's like the 8-hour chart or some shit.
Okay.
But my point is, you know, this is where we just came up. This is where we had that big pump. And then we did that continuation thing. But 3 touches on each trend, right? 1, 2, and like I said, if you lower this down a little, you still get that touch. So you get 3 here. You get 1, 2. You could call these wicks touches, but I don't really.
Oh, those are touches for sure.
I mean, they're touching. 1, 2, 3, 4. They got mad reaction,
dude.
Right. So here's the thing. Based on this chart, right, you would say, well, ascending wedge, 75% chance to the downside. But who's got the balls to short Bitcoin in a freaking bull run? Like, I know the CME gap's down there, and I know that this pattern is bearish, and I'm not closing my long, even though it's underwater, like Shamu. My long is underwater right now, big time. My liquidation level, just to show you. Okay, liquidation level, y'all, is at $87,000. So if Bitcoin drops down to $87,000, my goose is cooked. Yeah,
87.
87,000. But guess what? If we go to 87. We are going down to the CME gap. They're not, market makers ain't going to drop us to 87 and not just go ahead and, You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to just, go ahead, bring it down. Like, if we go down that low, we're going. Like, that's the way I feel about it. But,
yeah,
that's kind of where that trade's at.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. I think if we go, I mean, we are at an area that is so critical right now. And I'm excited to look at these charts because I'll be honest with you, man. I do think we're going back down to 92. You know, we looked at that $89,000 to $92,000 range, and I 100% I think we're going back down there. I mean, we don't have to, man, because we've already kind of done a double bottom kind of thing there. I mean, we've hit that $92,000 level numerous times, man. Even on the weekly, you know, we've hit it numerous times. But on the weekly, man, you see that big ass red candle, dude. And then that big ass red candle took us all the way back to 90, 92. And then we came back up to, 98. And now here we are back around 95. And we're getting a good reaction off of that $92,000 level. I'm just more scared, like, how many times are we going to hit it before we actually fall through it? Because we've already hit it so many times. And then we do have the CME gap down there. But I think if we go to that CME gap, dude, then what's stopping us from going to freaking 75? You know, there's a major level down there. And then when we're talking about that volume gap that's there too, man, it can get a little scary, dude. And then you look at like your average pullbacks during these bull runs. I mean, 30%, 35, 25. It is a little different right now, but yeah, I'm excited to look at charts and just kind of pick your brain about what you're thinking, what your thoughts are on it too. But yeah.
So as usual, it's no surprise to you guys, and you guys have to forgive me. I cannot hear out of my left ear. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Ear just got clogged up the last 2 or 3 days, which needs to get fixed because I'm a musician. I rely on my ears. But anyway, this is the total global market cap. For those of you that are new, maybe tuning in, don't know what this is. This is every dollar that's in crypto. Wes is very familiar with it. Everyone else that watches us regularly is like, oh God, here's Sierra with the total global again.
No, it's very important, man.
But this is a chart I cannot take my eyes off of. I watch it like a hawk. I check it every single day. Over the holidays, I haven't really checked it in maybe 2 days, and that's like the longest I've gone without watching it. But I do see something very interesting here, okay? Because I like you was saying, okay, we're going back down, and we called that, Wes. We said 92 to 94, and what happened? Bitcoin went down there. But I also said I felt like we were going to bounce there, and we did. We bounced right on Christmas Eve. We went from 91, 92, had a nice run. People were thinking, oh, we're going back to 100K. And now we've cooled off again, come back down to 95K. Now, here's the thing, because I agree with you. I see that range. I see Bitcoin possibly going back down to 91, 92. But the only bullish argument I have against it, why I don't see that happening, is because it doesn't mesh right now with the total global 100%. It does on this resistance level here, because we have resistance or previous support turned into resistance right here at 3.6 level. You could see we're having trouble. 3.6, we hit it once. 3.602 is where we're at ish now. Yeah. So we're that's kind of acting like maybe a double top, but we're making higher lows. So the higher lows, which is, you could see right here, here's a low. Okay, except for this one. Okay, you can't count that because we had that huge run, right? But as far as you see how we did this down here, we kind of went sideways, right? And then you had this dip and everyone said, oh, it's over with. And then what happened when everyone said it was, oh, it's over with? What happened was we went up, You added 2.3. You went from 2.3 to basically 3 trillion. So you had like $500 billion come into the market, like, between November 3rd and November 11th. That's a lot of money, dude. That's a lot of money that shot in. And now what you're seeing here, and this is a 3-month chart. What you're seeing here is we've done nothing but go up like a freaking ski lift up a mountain, right? Going up like a ski lift, and then all of a sudden, boom, double top, 1 top, 2 tops, and then we had the drop down here. We had that drop down, right? And then another drop down. But look at the second drop down. Very small, dude. Look at this drop down from 3.5 which is a big even number, down to 3.4. So wait a minute. You only dropped less than $100 billion. That ain't shit, dude. That ain't shit. They move $30 billion in and out of the stock market from crypto to stocks every single day. So for this to be a drop, and now you're back. Check this out. You're back. You bounced at 3.4. So you fell from 3.5. You went down to 3.417. And then look what happened. I'll zoom in here so you can see this a little closer. And then, boom, 3.4. And then look what happened. You're back above the psychological level of 3.5. Matter of fact, you're almost at 3.6. Now, you could say this is a double top because you're hitting 3.6 again. But how far are you going to drop? Like, in other words, if we're going to drop, right, you figure that they're going to pull, like, all right, put it this way. If they're going to drop Bitcoin's price, you would think that they're going to also take some of that money, like the Wall Street guys are going to take some of the money out of crypto altogether and go back to
stables.
Or put it into stables. But even if it goes into stable, that's a chart we need to start looking at. I need to start watching this chart, and you need to start watching the stable coin.
I mean, dominance. Stables is crypto, dude. It's gonna be in that market.
Stay in there.
It's gonna be, it's gonna be in that total global market cap for the entire crypto sector.
The good news is, though, remember before last year, they were going over there and then you'd see stocks freaking, like, all the crypto stocks would pump after we got a fall. Now MicroStrategy is like the only, you could buy Bitmain or whatever the other iBit or whatever the other shit is over on Robinhood. You could buy that, but nobody gives a shit. Everyone's buying MicroStrategy or Tesla.
Yeah, the crypto stocks, man. Because we were all in it, dude. We were in Riot blockchain, and we rode that shit up, dude. We made a lot of money on Riot blockchain, and
back in 2021.
Yeah, dude, we made a lot of money off those. But as soon as the ETFs came out, dude,
bye.
Yep. Yeah, what's the point in having that? They were just doing the safest thing that was regulated, and that was the crypto stocks. And then when the ETFs came out, dude, those things have struggled, man. Like, you could probably still make some money on them, but they don't move like they used to, man.
So that's my bullish side on total global market cap. I feel like if we hold 3.5, even if it's in stables, I feel like we're looking good there. We're at 95,500 right now. Okay, we've been consolidating since December 26th at whatever that's today, but that's at what is this, 24 hour? Okay, this is a daily. So let me go to the weekly real quick to look at it, get a better look. As you can see, just a range, dude. Just a range. This is straight bot trading, just like we said it was going to be, right? Nothing's really changed. We're not really out of this range yet. Like, the bottom's 92, the top is 94 or 100. I'm sorry, 100,000. And went above it there. When we're dead in the middle of it. So we're deadlocked, dude. I mean, I know what you're saying. We should go down to 92 again, but look what happened the last time we went to 92, right? We had, first of all, we got from 107, we fell all the way down to 92 the first time, came up, dead cat bounced to 99, and then we came back down to 92, and then we shot up to 98,000. So we're at 95 now. So we're saying if we go back down to 92, we're going to have to break below 92 now, which you had maybe one touch here. You could count this as 92 and count this as 2. But then when you zoom out to the 3-month chart, 90,000, 92,000, 92,000. There's your 89. This is your point to watch, 89, but that's still 90,000. What if we're just building support at 90,000 and they don't, like, in other words, what if this is the biggest, what would it be then? A bear trap? Yeah. What if this is the biggest bear trap of this bull run? Meaning they don't go down. They don't take us down to the CME gap. They don't bring us down to fucking 89. They don't bring us down to 87. They don't bring us down to 81, 79. We don't see none of that shit until either we run to 130 and we hit our next high, and then they bring us down and wash it out. You know what I'm saying? Like it just crashes out. What if this is the biggest fake out of, yeah, we should go back down? Because everybody's calling for it, dude. Crypto Zombies says we need to cool down. We need to close the gap. Tyler S is saying even if we go down there, like all the really smart TA guys are seeing it. But
what, saying that we need to go down?
Like
more?
we should go down to this level here, to this stupid ass. Maybe not that low. Maybe where's it at? Well, the CME gap's here at 81,000, right? 79 to 81,000 is where the CME gap. So that range between 80 and 90, you might as well say, to trade in between 80 and 90. And that's what they do. They would drop us down there, close the gap, and then we'd go sideways for like 3 weeks in between 80 and 90 probably. So the market makers could get their trades in while it's at that level. It only makes sense to do that. But what do we got? I mean, we got 6 days left. I mean, when does Trump take office officially? January 6th? Or is it later? January 18th or some shit?
I think it's like 20 days.
Oh, okay. So it's 20 days away. So a lot of shit could happen in 20 days. So that's what's the most important on the radar, is to see just how much shit politically can go down in the next 20 days. That's really what I'm worried about. Not to get political. I'm just saying you have to keep your keep your wits about you. You're in the market. Politics does affect the market. So I don't know, dude. I'm just, that's my side of the story. That's my call. I know the gaps down there. I know we could use the cool off. I just feel like it's a freaking bear trap, dude. Like, I feel like they're trying to make everyone think we're going to go down there, and we're just not. Like, they're just accumulating. Like BlackRock bought that $92,000 dip. When we went down there, I feel like BlackRock bought the shit out of this dip. Boom. We went down to 92, and BlackRock was like, fuck that, I'm scooping. And then boom, that's what sent us this high up to like 98 almost instantly. Look at that shit, dude. In 24 hours, we went from 92 all the way back up to almost $99,000. So we went up.
Yeah.
We dropped quick. You can say, oh, well, Nick, we dropped quick. Yeah, we did. And then look at that V-shaped recovery, bro. Look how quick that dip got bought up. I mean, it lasted on the 20th at 303. And then by the 20th at 1103, it was back up. I mean, that's literally 98,000 down to 92 and then back up. And you didn't even change a day. That's the same day, bro. So BlackRock is scooping these dips. So I don't know. I mean, I think they're trying to fake us out like we're going to go back down there. But I think there's too many buy orders down there, bro. That's just what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. But I want to know what you're seeing. And
I mean, it's for me, dude. I just see that I think that we are in the early phases of trying to allow the altcoins to catch up to Bitcoin. I think it's just way ahead of the altcoins. Some of them, I mean, dude, we saw Solana drop all the way back down to 175. I mean, it did a complete reset, but Bitcoin's held. You know, all the altcoins have dropped back to their support level that was resistance since March. You know, they all did that. March, they all came down. Bitcoin, you know, kind of stayed within its range, but the altcoins got murdered, dude. And then when Bitcoin finally broke out of that March, you know, that range that we were in, when we finally broke out, the altcoins ran. And then this previous dip, dude, allowed the altcoins to just go right back down to that area and flip that into support. So we have the altcoins are at support. Bitcoin is just trying to find support. So I think that, we're in like this funny little trying to flip to where the altcoins can start to catch up and you know, become a little more stable and start positioning themselves to run a little bit more than what they have. I mean, dude, it's about to get insane, but we got to make that transition eventually. And I think that just looking at previous charts, looking at the Ethereum and Bitcoin chart, looking at the dominance chart, I know it's fucking boring looking at that stuff, but I'm seeing a lot of stuff, dude, that is showing that, all right, we're in that phase, dude, to where we're trying to get into that altcoin rally. You know what I mean? We're trying to go into the alt season, and it's just really fucking weird right now. Price action is all over the place. Bitcoin is looking good. Alts, they've came all the way back down. So I think that's what's going on. But before we jump into the charts, man, this is always interesting to look at. I want to look at this want to look at this, man, because this played out, dude. Last time we looked at it, last time we streamed, man, we saw that there was no liquidity to the upside. It was all to the downside.
Yes.
And we went there. And it seems like every time we look at this chart and we say, where's the liquidity at? All right, boom, we're gonna go there, and then we're gonna go there. And we do, man. Like, we just go to where the liquidity is.
I like this one.
And I think that it's gonna be worth, the highest amount of liquidity is directly underneath us at 94.7. So it's looking like, this is the 48-hour one. Damn it, why did I do that? There we go. This is the 48-hour one. We do have liquidity above and below us, but honestly, I do think that we are about to drop down, take out the liquidity here, and then I think we quickly push back to the upside just based off of this and seeing where the liquidity is. I think that the way Bitcoin's moving right now and what I'm seeing on the charts for Bitcoin, it makes sense for it to come down, scoop this liquidity, and then start to push back up. That is on the 48-hour. Look at the 24-hour. This is 24-hour. Most of the liquidations, as you can see, the higher liquidations are to the upside. But we still have this nice patch of liquidity right below us that I think we do go there because it's going to be easy to drop us down, get that liquidity, and then start to move back up. You know what I mean? It's going to get that little scam wick down, wipe out that liquidity, and then start to move back up. But I'm interested to see what the 1 week looks like.
Where's that level at, though? The one on the bottom? You said if it goes to that bottom level, where is that bright yellow line? What number is that? Because I can't.
I think that was the 48-hour. That was 94,000 right here. That bright 94. Yellow one, that's 94. Yeah.
So
that's
we're
94
at 90
on the 48-hour.
Okay. But we're at 95,400 right now. And
yeah, I know, so right there, dude.
How bad of a drop is that really? We don't have nothing lower than that.
It's not bad. But I'll show you why I think we're going to, looking at the charts, I'll show you why I think we're going to go back to 92.
Yeah. I'm good with us going to 92. I thought you had anything. Do you have any yellow lines down around the CME gap is what I'm worried about. Do you have any yellow lines?
We would have to look at probably like the monthly or something. Let's see if it goes there. Still got the cone on her head. Yeah, on his head.
Let me smoke. I want to say.
Yeah, that's not really going to show anything.
He doesn't have the cone on anymore. He had his little nuggets cut off. Poor body. He's getting a little chipper now, though. He doesn't have the cone on no more. See him? Can you say hi to everyone? Say hi. He kind of gives you that weird look, like I don't really know what to do. He's got the most personality in the world, but he gets a little shy on camera, don't you, buddy?
No, he can't hear me.
He's a good boy.
He's cute as hell, man. He's handsome.
He is a handsome boy. He's very good.
Yeah, he is handsome.
Yes, he is. My boy. And he's hyper as shit. He just, when I get him on camera and put him on my lap, for some reason, he like knows people are watching. So he's like, I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm just going to sit here.
So,
but he's hyperactive.
So on the weekly right here, you can see that most of the liquidity is right there at 92,000, 92.2, 118 million in liquidations. And then look how far away it is to get 84 million. And we're about halfway to both, right?
They're playing around, boy.
And that 84 million is right there at 100K, dude.
All right. So
100K.
There's 84 million to liquidate up top. And there's how much to liquidate down low? I'm sorry.
At their extremes is 118 million, but you got to think about all of these levels on the way as well. And then not to mention, we have this this previous area that's held up as support a few more times. I just think it would be more worth it for them to drop it to 92 than to push it to the upside right now.
Yeah. I see that. But that low spot, just for context, you guys, I don't care about that because I don't get liquidated at that level. So I love you, and I hope you guys don't have trades open. But I'm used to going 65x leverage, like a degen. So for me, this was one of my first trades I opened where I'm only using 3x leverage, and I've gotten good sleep. But I will say this. Wes is like, we're going down to 92, 94. I'm like, 92, 94. Shit, I'm good.
Yeah,
just don't go.
That's
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to see 87,000, bro. Keep it above 87, and I'm golden.
Yeah.
I don't want to get wrecked on this damn long, dude.
Yeah, I think you're okay, man. I mean, you said 87?
87, it's like 87.6 or some shit.
Yeah, I think, dude, max, man, is 89, maybe like 88 on a scam wick, dude. But I think 87, you should be safe.
Look, all my enemies right now are like, yes, 87. He said 87. Drop that shit.
Right.
But I agree with you, dude. I agree. Now here's what I would say based on this chart. You got a V-shaped recovery on the first drop down to that level, and then the second one you had that weird W shape that plays out a lot in Bitcoin. That W where it kind of does like a cursive doohickey at the end of the W. That's a very common pattern in Bitcoin. Always has been in the 3-4 years I've been in crypto. I've seen that stupid W pattern play out a million times.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. If they drop it, you don't have very much time to open a long at that level. So
I would put an order in. I would put a limit order.
Put a limit order in around, say 94, 92 ish.
I'd probably put it right at 92, man. Like, why not?
Put a long in,
maybe a little bit above where it touched the last 2 times, just a little bit above it, so you catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that, dude. I could see that. I could see it. We, like you said, 20 days till Trump actually takes office. There's a lot of tension still.
Yeah.
But for $95,600 Bitcoin, bro, looking at this chart, looking at the total global, when you look at all of these angles that we're looking at, right? You look at everything, and then you look at sentiment, and you look at like XRP and like the SEC and Gary Gensler and like all this other bullish stuff going on. So it's like no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like price go up, number go up, and that's all anyone cares. Do you guys realize right now that they are literally talking about fucking buying the US dollar with Bitcoin? Do you guys have any idea? We were talking about this last year, bro.
Yeah.
You have got to put this short-term freaking price action. Put this shit. I mean, it's important what we're telling you, and it's important if you're in a trade. But like, even if my long gets wrecked, I don't give a shit, bro. If my trade gets absolutely wrecked, do you really think that I'm not just gonna open another one? Because I will. I will, straight up. And I'm just telling you,
trading.
And it's not about the revenge trading so much as it is how bullish I am on this sector. Like I know maybe I'm not going to get every trade or whatever, but I'm like, I know it's coming, dude. Like this bull run is not done. I know there's a lot of people saying it is, but it ain't done.
The OGs are, and I have a lot of stuff, dude, that can that verifies like, dude, we're not even close, man. We still have a ways to go. All the new people that are here, man, don't listen to that shit, dude. They want you to capitulate. They feel like there's way too many of us in here now. We all can't win. It's PvP, unfortunately. We all can't win. There's a buyer on the other end of the trade. There's a seller on the other end of the trade. Like, I'm not going to tell you to diamond hand it, because I think that mentality kind of messed me up last cycle. Diamond handing it. You just kind of have to figure out your own strategy, man. But 100%, we are not even close, man. We are not even close. At the very least, I think September of 2025. But I'm looking at October 2025. Most people are looking at November, but like it seems like we go a little bit like a month previous on each of the highs. We're like a month short. It's not exactly a year. It's like 11 months or something. So I'm looking for like September, October. What's your timestamp? I don't even think I've ever asked you that. What's your timestamp?
Well, I've been doing a lot of video watching over the last couple days just because it's like, it was kind of chill, laid back. But I was going back and watching a lot of other podcasts that don't have anything to do with like our chart guys or the people we normally watch.
Right.
And just like Web 2 people and stuff and watching to see what they're saying. It's like when you look at the halvings overall, and a lot of the charts, there's almost like clockwork. Like every time we get the halving, it seems to be within this window after the halving. Like if you take the fractals from all the halvings, they line up so well, but then you also got to look at global liquidity and all that bullshit. And you have to look at the halving, not just the halving cycles themselves, but you have to look at the actual breakout, right? And when you look at the actual breakout, let me bring this up because this kind of shows what I'm trying to say here on this. It's not the greatest, but I'll bring it up anyway, and I'll probably swing it over to Trading View just to make it a little easier. I hate this all white screen like this, so bright.
Yeah.
They don't let you max this. I thought they let you max it. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you click on where it's next to BTC, where it says 1 minute, 30 minute.
Right here, this one.
On that down, you click on the down arrow next to the time, right there. Yeah, and then scroll down. You can take it to the month. You can.
Well, I was trying to take it to the I was trying to take it to I was trying to find the freaking max on your screen. I thought they let you do that. Apparently not. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. All right, not necessarily the yearly chart. Maybe the 6.
What is that?
Let's go.
It's weird.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This is Bitcoin Tether.
Oh.
I don't know why it's even doing that, but whatever. Okay, let's just do it like this because this will still work for what I'm trying to say. So you can't really tell down here, but you had your first bull market, bear market, right? Bear market, and then you broke up, and everyone was like, "Oh shit," we're going back down, and then no, you had this boom parabolic, right? And then the same thing happened. You crashed down, you came up, and then you fell for your bear market. And then you fought your way back up, right? And people are like if you bought down here, you did very well. If you bought in 22 or 23, if you bought anything down here, you did extremely well. March 2020, this is about when I bought in between here, and I rode this up, and I know what that feels like to ride this up. And Wes, you got in the middle of this.
I got in before
but I had already
20K, the previous all-time high. Bitcoin was like 14,000 when I got in, I think.
14. So you got in right about 13, 14K. I remember that. And Bitcoin was trading there for a while. Remember, it was like 12,000, 13,
we
and then
on 20.
Wes was like throwing in $20 here and then $50 there, and then he'd throw a little more in. That was fun times, dude. Because that was when I first was like, "Come on, Wes, you got to do this."
And then I was throwing my whole paycheck into this shit.
this ride was epic, right? So you did well. Now in 2022, this is when I think we started doing Crypto Remora. When back here,
we just hit our second year, bro.
22, probably.
We just hit our second year.
Okay, so we're at 2022. We started around probably in the middle of the bear market. Yeah, we were born in the bear market. That's right.
Yeah, bro.
I think we debuted down here. We called the bottom at 15K, and we were buying down here, right? So fast forward to today, right? But here's the good news. This is what I was trying to say to everybody. This is scary when you look at this candle, right? It's like, oh shit, maybe the bull market is over, right? But you can't look at it like from here to here because look, everyone bought down here. This was the bear market too, right? And the bull market didn't start till you got above here. So yeah, there's some lucky people that bought here and rode this all the way up. But there's also lucky people who bought here and rode this all the way up. But if you measure from here to here, you would say, oh, it's over. If you say, oh, we went from 15 to this number, then you would start saying, yeah, this might be the top. But you have to understand the bottom was not here. The bottom is this level, ladies and gentlemen, this level here is the bottom of this bull market. So technically, between 62,000 and 72,000 is my zone of where the bottom is for this bull run. So basically, even though it's not the bottom of the bear, it is the bottom of the bull, if that makes sense. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't measure until we get above all-time highs where we were. Boom, we got above all-time highs here. This is the first run of the bull mark to me. This is the first run of the bull run to me. So in other words, yeah, I mean, some people are calling for 150 to be the top. I'm not, I don't see that. I think that this is just the first part of what we're about to do. I think you're about to see this. I think this move here is what you're seeing here. So in other words, this is kind of like, yeah, the bull market started, but this candle has not even begun yet. And I think that you will see this candle here, and then this one, and then you see this one and this one. I think that's what's about to happen again. Like, in other words, you might get a red candle and cool off and come back down here for a minute. But then when you get that other candle, it's going to be like, boom.
Is that a 3-month chart? Is that what that is?
Yeah, 3 month.
Okay, so each candle is.
But my point is still the same. In other words, yeah. But I think what you're going to see is you still have this parabolic run to go. You haven't even broke that yet, is what I'm saying. And I don't like this 3 month shit, and I don't like how it's small.
Yeah, I'm about to pull up our chart that we look at, the Remora chart, because
pull up the.
Yeah. There's some interesting things that I've been seeing, dude, on this chart, man. I obsess over it because that's really all we can go off of right now. Right now, we're trying to figure out what's going to happen next, where our critical levels are. So far, Bitcoin's finally pulled back, and it's looking like, hold on, sorry, let me just go ahead and share.
Shit, I thought I freaking hit that weed, man.
All right, so this is the daily, man. This is the daily on Bitcoin, and we had that massive move up, and we've been in an uptrend this entire time, right? This entire time we had this parabolic move here. This was where we consolidated all the way back here. Look at that consolidation, dude. All the way through here, we consolidated, right? And what I was saying is during this consolidation, we had our top here. We kept hitting it, and we finally broke above it. All of the altcoins, if you look at a lot of the altcoin charts, they've come back, and they're close to hitting this consolidation resistance level that we were in back here. They're close to hitting that as support and flipping that into support. They've all reset, dude, most of them. Bitcoin's still up here, man. Bitcoin ain't fucking around. Bitcoin is chilling right now. And that's what I was kind of saying about, like, why I think the altcoins are what the hell is that? Why the altcoins are just, it's like a weird transition right now. But anyway, so, we've been running up. Bitcoin's been in the uptrend this entire time. It's finally come back, and on the daily has put in a lower high, right? We had this area here as our swing low. Oh, shit. This chart, man. I miss Lux, dude. We had this area here where we had a nice little pullback. A nice little pullback. This is the only one I consider that was, a decent pullback back here. So I took this as my swing low, and you can see we fell below that swing low. So officially on the daily, Bitcoin, the uptrend is over on Bitcoin right now. On the daily, I mean, it is what it is, man. This was our swing low. We've closed below it, and we've put in a lower high so far. Right? If you trail this path right here, this is where we topped out, and we've put in a lower high, and it looks like we're coming back down to retest that area. But what I'm saying is and that's another reason, because, I mean, look at this candle, dude. This was the green candle. We've lost steam. The MACD is just slowly trending down. The RSI is slowly trending down to reset. So I think that where everything is at on that, I think that gives us time with that big ass red candle, that bearish candle, to come back down and put in a double bottom around that 92,000. That's kind of what I was saying with that. for that level and why I think that could happen. We are sitting at the point of control from this time that we've been in this range right here. We're sitting right on that point of control. There's a little gap here. And then we have another one here. And that's kind of why, you use that range there as well. But yeah, and that's kind of like with Bitcoin. We have officially broken below our previous swing low. The uptrend is pretty much over, but is this just like a 3-wave correction and then we're going to continue up? I think so. I think we're just putting in a 3-wave correction, come back down 92, 92, at least to the top of that box, man, come down, retest it. And I think we continue to the upside. And another thing, man, is like we had this area here, this uptrending level of support during this uptrend for Bitcoin. And we've fallen below that. We have fallen below that. We've fallen below the 50-day or the 20 moving average that you can see here. Here. Where is it? Oh, yeah, I took it off. Sorry. So we fell below that. This is our 50. This is our 20. We've fallen below those. We put in that bearish red candle. So that's kind of like my argument for why I do think we come back down, retest it, everything resets, and then we continue up. 3-wave correction, we continue moving up. But yeah, I mean, we came up and just hit that level, man, and got rejected pretty hard off of it. So nothing too serious to worry about. As long as 89 and 92 holds up, I think we're still good. But what I was saying...
Can you pull that other chart? Can you pull that other chart back up? The one with the Zombie's last video, I think it was yesterday's video, it showed the 20-day, the 50-day, the 100-day, and I think the 200-day. Okay, and it showed all 4 of them just expanding, and then they contract, and then we had the death cross, right? And then it showed we're almost halfway to where all 4 bands are like starting to widen out. If you look up that video or you look up that chart, it looks like even if we go to 92, like shit don't matter. Like this is just a cool off in that period.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we're about to rip, dude. Still.
I mean, we're looking at our major levels here, man. We have found support right here on 92. You know what I mean? Like that's a major level. And then we have our major high up here, 108. So I'm focused on these levels. This is just something that's kind of in the middle that's just being a pain in the ass, and it's there. You know what I mean? But yeah, I honestly do, man. I think this is just a 3-wave correction. And we come back, hit 92, and then we continue to the upside. So, and another reason I say that, man, if you look on this is the 4-hour. This is the 4-hour. Yeah, I mean we're below both the 20 and the 50. But I mean, if you look, dude, like the RSI is at a level where it could flip any moment now. Yeah, I just think we have a little bit more to go, man. 92, get that liquidity, and then start moving back up. We got our correction, everything resets. The alts are good. They're in good positions to continue moving. And then we're good. Yeah, that shit looks sloppy now, all over the place.
Well, the video that he put out yesterday is very clean, where it just shows the 10, the 20, the 50, the 100, the 200, and the 21-week exponential moving average. It shows those 4, and that's why I love watching Zombie, because he won't even put a video out if there's not enough info. If there ain't shit going on, Zombie's like, I ain't even doing a video. Like Zombie is good like that. So he put one out, I think yesterday, and it kind of pissed me off because I was looking today. He didn't put one out today. I'm like, damn it. But he put one out yesterday, and if you look at the way he did the charts, it's very simple. He just put those 4 averages up. But when you look at just those 4 averages in the direction that we're going, it looked to me like the bands, how the bands kind of get close together and then they spread apart again.
I know what you're talking about. He uses like the whole moving average or something like that. It's got all of them on there. Yeah,
but we're doing that right now. We're literally like, we've already had that moment where everything like death cross, and like we already had that happen. So if you look, we're kind of like on this Like we had the cool off right there. You could see it on your chart from there. When you zoom out like that, you could see it right there. We had that massive cool down. Like we had that ski lift up and then that massive cool down. I call it
we
massive.
broke
It's
below
not really
this previous
the
low here.
second
This
one.
was our highest low coming up into this. So that's what we want to look at. This was an official pullback, and then we've broken below that. So
yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. The big one.
Yeah, technically we did break this uptrend, but you know, 3-wave correction, move back up, man. We're having a cool off. Dude.
Yeah, I think
and we're finding support at 92, which is a great thing.
Yeah, I think we go up from here.
I think
I'm not
so too, man.
Down.
So you think we don't go below where we are now, or you think we go to 94? You think like
no?
What are you
think
thinking here.
I think the market makers have one more chance to drop it down to 92. It'll be so short-lived because they just dropped it twice. Your yellow box zone right there, it didn't touch 92 until way back in wherever that was on the last one before this run up. Yeah, right there. So if they've only pushed it
here and here.
Yeah, but you weren't in the box there. You were above the box there.
Right.
I'm talking about where you actually in the box. You're only in that box 3 times. Right there.
You don't consider this you don't consider that in the box?
No.
That went all the way to the bottom, dude.
Wait, unless I'm not seeing something right.
Yeah, that wicks all the way down to the bottom.
Oh, maybe I can't see that from what it is. I can't see the wick going in the box. Maybe I need to put my smart glasses on. Because to me, it doesn't look like it even went through the box. Okay, I see some wicks there at the top, but yeah, I don't count a wick either. I'm talking about an actual candle like closing in that box. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
So the last 3 times that they've tried to bring it, a wick is a wick though. That's like they couldn't even keep it there. So my point is, this is my point where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
If they can't hold. If the bears can't hold a closing candle down in that zone for like, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't have enough gusto. They're trying. They've tried. So they've made several attempts to bring it down there and hold it. And without a doubt, dude, psychologically, think psychological for a minute, not just TA. BlackRock, Fidelity, Vanguard, they want to own this shit, right? So,
of course, man.
But here's the thing: Bitcoin doesn't work like stocks, right? Stocks, you can go on there, and the CEO of a stock company can come out and say, "I cheated on my wife. I'm going to resign in 3 months," and then the stock plummets. Satoshi Nakamoto is not ever going to come out and say anything ever. He's never going to run his mouth and say anything because Satoshi Nakamoto does exist, but he doesn't. Right. There is no CEO. It's not a stock. Okay. So the manipulation, their little games that they play in the stock world, you can't do that shit here because it's on the blockchain, number 1. Number 2, there is no CEO. Okay. And number 3, the only way you can control it is by putting your money where your mouth is. So the only way they can manipulate this, and I'm not saying they can't because there's a lot of money floating around out there. But what I'm saying is, they can try to fake you out with the news and put bad news about it and make it illegal and try to do all these kind of things. But when it comes to price action, if you want to control the price action really of Bitcoin, you have got to put your money where your mouth is. And so if they really want to short it, if they really want to break us below 92, if they really want to go down there, they're going to have to put the work in. They're going to have to short the shit out of it. Someone's going to have to come off of their Bitcoin. Someone's going to have to sell it. And Grayscale's done. Michael Saylor ain't selling shit, right? We ain't selling. The DGens, all of you watching right now, y'all ain't selling. Anyone tuning into Crypto Remora right now is not selling their Bitcoin or their altcoins. So you just forget that shit because we know where this is going, right? So you've got literally a war going on between the bulls and the bears. And I'm telling you right now, the bears are full of shit and they're bluffing. And that's just what I feel, bro. I could be wrong.
You're good.
I just feel like they're bluffing, and I feel like even if they get to that zone, West, even if they drop us to 92, I don't think the candles will stay there long enough to make a difference. In other words, I think we have strong enough support. I think our support's good there.
I think, yeah, I think it is too, man. I do think we have solid support, at 92. I think I have this stretched out. It depends on how you look at it, man. I'm looking at like major zones, on the 4 hour, on the weekly. As you can see, this is the weekly. You see how many times we come down and hit this area. So I think it's important to pay attention to those, especially on the weekly. So I just box those off and say, okay, this is where we've gone on every single week since we've been up here. We've gone into this zone and we're sitting here now. We've wicked down to it. Now we're holding it up as support so far. We have 3 days left on the week. So again, let's see what happens on the week. But this is, you take this off, man. We did get our nice solid red candle here. We tried to come up. We got rejected off 100. And we've fallen back down. So let's see, man. And then on top of that, we still have our RSI on the weekly is still, we're seeing some green here, from this. But, we're finding support there, man. And we are right there, dude. So it's just really hard to say, man. But another thing, sorry, I'm kind of going to skip around here. But another thing, man, is this huge volume gap, dude. Remember we were talking about how low can we go? Well, if we lose 89 and we go to that CME gap that Sierra told us about, which I believe is right around here. Look at that volume gap, man. If we go to that CME gap, what's stopping us from going back to hitting this area?
70,000
as resistance.
70,
right? You know what I mean? So
we're not going to talk about that. We're going to pour us another Crown Royal in Mountain Dew and
listen,
say that
guys,
we're
going to give it to you straight.
We're
going to give it to you straight. We're going to give you the social aspect from it, the psychological aspect from it. We're going to give you the fucking charts. We're not going to sugarcoat anything, dude. And this is what it is, man.
All right. Since you went there, Wes. All right. Because we're literally arguing the bull case and the bear case, which is what TA does, y'all. We're not talking out of both sides of our mouth. This is how you actually use TA. If you're using TA properly, you have to look at both sides with an equal thing. So while I'm saying the 92 level is secure as a level, it doesn't mean all right, put it this way. If Elon Musk is the one who's been holding that 92K level, Elon Musk has enough money to build a level and then crash through it on purpose and then come back up above it and then stay there, because he who buys the most at the level owns the level. Think of it as a big office building with multiple millionaires that own each floor. Like the whole building is your entire chart, and each floor is owned by different millionaires. Okay. So that's what you have to look at when you're looking at a level. You have to look at it as not everybody in the world. You got to say, no, it's just one person owns that level. At least that helps me. Right. So what I'm saying is there is a whale that's defending 92K. He's saying, okay, I bought in at 92K. I ain't selling. So this is my level. Yeah. Or he could also play both sides of the market, because you can buy and sell. So you're allowed to do that legally by law. There's no law against it, guys. You can own a level, hold it, right? You can even go on the news and say, I hate this asset. It's a piece of crap. And then you can buy the shit out of it even more. You're allowed to lie, and they do. But my point is, 92 level, while it's built and it's solid, the one who's building it also can break through it. So in other words, they may own the majority of Bitcoin purchased at that level, but then they also might decide, you know what, let's go down there and let's go break this level. So then when it goes down to the CME gap, bounces, gets bought up, they buy a shit ton more. They still own that level, right? They bought a lot of Bitcoin at 92,000. So they have a vested interest in it going back above. So without getting too crazy on this path, what I'm basically trying to tell you is just because we're calling a level, and even I believe 92K is building tremendous support, it doesn't mean that they can't crash it through down to, and we could not go to 70K. Now I will say this, because we got real talk, $70,000 Bitcoin, you ain't seeing no lower than that. In other words, if you zoom out to the max chart of Bitcoin, if we did go down there one more time, you ain't getting it cheaper than that ever again. Like if you missed $50,000 Bitcoin, I don't think you'll ever get it again. 10,000 for it. $20, $30, $40, $50, $60,000 Bitcoin. I think the days of actually being able to acquire that, I think that was like, that's gone. Like, I think 70K would be the absolute bottom. And that's only because that's the top of where the bull market, or I'm sorry, the bear market kind of peaked or ended on the last run was 70K. So yeah, I agree with what Wes is saying. We are giving you the real deal. We are looking at both sides. And just because I'm saying that we're building good support at 92K, don't take that as a guarantee like, oh, we're not going to go below it, because even the person building support can, you know, maybe they bought more than what they need, and then they'll sell maybe half of what they bought, and that'll crash that price down below 92 or 94. It doesn't matter to whatever level they bought it at. So you do have to be careful. I'm just saying that, yes, we have to be aware of that CME gap. God damn it, Wes. I'm trying to ignore it, but you're right, dude. We have to be real.
But you know what, man? Like and I'm taking all this into account. And when we're talking about, 92 and, we're talking like in a couple days. Like, this isn't something that I think is gonna,
it's not gonna matter next year.
Yeah, like the bull runs over. We're not saying that, guys. We're saying if you're trading Bitcoin, you're a swing trader, whatever, these are the levels you should watch out for. This is the bearish case. This is the bullish case. And the bullish case is, I mean, we got a nice solid pullback. We're bouncing around that 90, 94, 92, whatever. If we go there, it's like we're right there, guys. So if we do go there, that would give us a nice reset, and that would allow us to continue moving up with some with enough momentum. You know what I mean? We reset the momentum. We're good. We're building up support. So yeah, I think we just need to reset and get that momentum up, because 100,000 has been a pain in the ass, dude. We've only closed above it barely twice. Like, we closed above it solidly right there, at least on the weekly, barely twice there, and then quickly fell below it. But it's been a fight, man. It has been a fight, and we'll be up above it before you know it, for sure.
Yeah, that's sentiment. It's sentiment, and when you zoom out, it's not going to matter. But I guess if you're zoomed in, if you've been waiting since 2020, like I have for this bull run, even 2020, I was in the bull run, but I didn't know anything about anything yet. I was still so green in crypto that I couldn't even, I had used Uniswap like a couple times in 2019, 2020, but it was like I had to, like, the notebook in front of me, and I'm like studying everything I'm doing. Like, I was so serious about it and shit. And was there, missed the airdrop by 2 weeks for Uniswap. So while I was in it, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Right. And I still have a long way to learn. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you've been waiting for a bull run for 4 years, right? I've literally been trying to position myself to be ready for this bull run for 4 years. It's a little nerve-wracking, and you can get a little bit like, well, no, we're not going to fall, because you're holding your bags, you're defending your bags, and you're like, no, we're not going to drop. No, we're not going to fall. But in reality, even if we do fall to $70,000, and listen to what I'm saying right now, because I can't even believe these words I'm saying. If we drop to $70,000, do you know what Bitcoin was in 2020, you guys? Bitcoin was worth $3,500 4 years ago. Not even 4 years. Name one other asset that's gone from $3,000 to $70,000 just by itself. Okay. Yeah. So we got to remember not to get so focused on the short term. I know it's good for TA, it's good for trading, but let's not. It's like Bitcoiners are up 269% for the year, and we're like, why the fuck is this thing?
Dude, I had somebody at work say that to me,
so
dude.
Impatient, dude.
Somebody at work came up to me.
Cruising, bro.
He said, he was like, damn, bro, like, I can't fucking believe Bitcoin, dude. That shit dropped to 92. That's fucking crazy, bro. And I'm like, 92. Oh, shit. Here we go, dude. Here we go. Like, yeah, it went from 15,000 to 108,000, and it's chilling at 92. It was like 95 when he said it. And I'm like, there's
be grateful for what you have. My point of the message is
they wanted to fail, bro. Like,
be grateful for what we have, dude. Oh, I know that. You ain't gonna tell me. I got some haters going on around here. I mean, I can't even listen to Bitcoin without some hate going on in the background, but and I don't care. I'm turning that shit up. My point is, I guess, real talk, Wes and I didn't grow up with silver spoons necessarily in our mouths, and we both come from the restaurant background and having to bust your ass and shit. And when you go from that, and then you're so hungry to make it, right? You're so hungry, you work hard, you do all these things, and then you find something like investing, and then you don't have to be like a multimillionaire to invest. You could just jump in yourself. I guess you have a little bit more of a appreciation for it, but I think that all of us in crypto need to keep things in perspective, that even if we fell to 70,000, your attitude, which is more important than the TA, in my opinion, your attitude should be, holy shit, what can I sell? Like, what can I fucking sell? Like if Bitcoin drops to 70K, and I say that, but I would be scared too if it fell. But my point is, how many of you watching, I know the DGens watching, and this motherfucker would sell. Like most of the ones that are diehard fans in here would be like,
they know what's up.
They're gonna get a title loan on the car. They're gonna do something. If we see a $70,000 Bitcoin,
me too, GMB.
Right? You go get that title loan. I've already thought about it a couple times, right? A couple times I thought about it, and it would say, "Oh, well, you have a gamble." Well, it's not a lottery ticket, is it?
Let me answer a question really fast, dude. 2 seconds.
Absolutely.
Carlin Hood. First of all, thank you for being here, man. We appreciate you, brother. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Pump Action. What is going on, my friend?
Oh, we had some comments.
Guys, where would the best place to purchase Ondo at? The best exchange? I'll tell you where to go. Go to the cryptoremora.com. Sign up for Blowfin and purchase you some Ondo. If you're in the United States, there's no KYC. Connect your wallet. Buy it on Blowfin, man. Blowfin is a great exchange, centralized, but no KYC in the US. You can use it, and you connect your wallet and do it like you would decentralized exchange, but it's centralized. So if that's kind of like what you're looking for, go there. There's some bonuses that you can snatch up. You'll see it on the website. Yeah.
Right, so we missed a couple of the comments. Now here's the other thing. Ondo. Okay, here's the thing. Just real quick, Wes.
Yeah, Canada too, man. Try Blowfin.
This is here's another thing. Okay, Pump Action. Is Pump Action the one that asked, or is that
it was it was Carlin Hood that asked about Ondo, and then Pump Action asked, what about in Canada? I would say Blowfin as well, for sure.
Okay, so here's the other thing real quick, guys, just because I got to sprinkle in our let me do this real quick, Wes. It won't take me but half a second. I want to do something because, you ever heard that thing? Teach a man to catch a man a fish, you feed him for the day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Okay, right. So on this channel, part of our passion is also like where would I be if every time Wes had a question he had to call me in crypto, right? I taught Wes just enough to get him the ball rolling, because I knew Wes was going to be able to figure all this shit out and then some on his own. And I held his hand in the beginning, but not for that long, dude. Like not that long. Like really, I held his hand a little bit. Maybe for the first couple months, I was helping you. I was helping you a little bit, but after that, dude, I kind of like let you just go. Like I was like, Wes, go figure it out on your own, and he did, dude. And you know what? This is the thing. If you're asking yourself, how do I buy a coin? That tells me one of two things. You're either getting paid to shill or you genuinely don't know. And if you genuinely don't know, that means you might be fairly new also, because if people are wondering where to get it, you go to CoinGecko or go to CryptoRemora.com, like he said, to actually buy it. But to teach a man how to fish, you got to learn where to read where your exchanges are. And Crypto.com is a good place to do that. So
get them, cuz. Get them.
You know what I'm saying? You got to go click on the coin and you scroll down to markets.
CoinGecko.
See, it's different on the phone. CoinGecko, you go to markets and then boom. You see where it says exchange? Now, these are ads where you see this green shit, but at least they color it green. All the rest here will show you all the exchanges. So you need to know this because, and the second thing I'm going to say, if you don't know where to buy a coin yet, in other words, if I had to show you this, you need to really full on make sure that you're aware of what you're fucking buying. Because if you're so new, and this isn't, I'm not singling you out. I'm not calling you out or nothing, Carlin Hood or the other one. I'm not saying you personally. I'm saying in general, if someone doesn't know how to find where to buy a coin yet, you need to make sure where you're getting information to buy. And I think Ondo's a good project. I'm not saying it's a bad project either.
I hold some, full disclosure. I do hold some Ondo.
But what I am saying is, if to other people who are just getting in, if you don't know where to buy a coin yet, I think it's important. You need to know
do a how to.
We did a how to, but I just got to remind everybody out there, if you're new enough to not know where to buy it and you don't know how to navigate around on CoinGecko yet, you should probably do more research before you start buying your cryptos, because
they came to the right place to ask.
You did come to the right place, and we help you out. We help you out how to officially get it, and Wes is even telling you it's a decent project, and he does hold some. So I think you're already on the right track. But there are people that come in and say, "Oh, how do I buy this? Floki Inu Bashiba Boo Boo?" And they're like, they don't even know how to buy it yet. You need to know how to get around on this site first. Go to CoinGecko, click on the coin, go to the search bar, learn how to get familiar with this, and it'll show you a lot of information on here. You click on, watch. We'll type in poo poo coin.
Siri? Hold on. Let me
see if there's a poo poo
there
coin.
You go. Okay.
Is there a poo poo coin? Look at this shit.
Oh, you already know, dude. And of course it's on Solana.
There's a poo poo coin. And this is a joke. But there's a poo poo, literally a poo poo coin. Oh my God. I'm done.
Probably look up just about anything, dude.
But what my point is, you look up the coin, right? And then you go down there and then you'll find out markets right here where you click this tab that says markets. That will show you all of the exchanges to buy your crypto. So I taught you that. So now you know how to do that. I'm going to remove this. Okay, Wes, sorry. I just wanted to go on the soapbox there.
Oh, that's you, Diamond Hand. Let's fucking go. King, you, Diamond Hand. Let's fucking go. Let's go, baby. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And I think that Siri, I'm pretty sure you have a how-to on our YouTube.
Oh, yeah. YouTube channel. We have a section called How To, and we tried to cover the basics for brand new beginners. It's just like, and making a video is good, but it's like, I also want people to feel free in the chat. If you're brand new, I do want you to feel free to ask a question on something like that, because every now and then it only takes a second and we can walk you through it. That's something that other crypto channels do not do, and or they don't do it often enough. And there's a need for education in the space, big time, bro. Big
100%. 100%, dude.
Wes,
yeah.
Can we look at crypto Twitter real quick?
Yes.
I don't want to do that. They just had their 100 spaces on Christmas Day.
Oh yeah, CT, man. Shout them out.
And you bought a big bag. I think you got a bigger bag than I do. But I do have a couple questions. I have a couple questions for these guys, and I love them. But here's the thing. One of the, I would like to talk to them about. I have an idea. I have a hell of a marketing idea.
We need to hit those guys up,
bro. Man. I got such an idea. I got it last night. I was on a gummy, spacing out, and I just thought lightning just struck my brain. I was like, holy shit, because I was in this 100 spaces of crypto Twitter on Christmas, and I didn't speak. I didn't really feel like speaking. I was like too stoned, and I felt like I'd say something weird or something. So I was just in there for support, and I was just kind of chilling. I just ate dinner and everything. So I wasn't really like in the mood to talk, but I was listening to everybody, and they gave away $1,000 worth of CT. And that was cool. And it went to a winner that had the CT profile picture, right? Which is cool too, because I was like, that's a good idea. So if you're somebody just getting into crypto, and he said he dropped the alpha, I didn't know that there was a giveaway going on that night. It just so happened that they were doing that, right? So I didn't know.
Right.
I was just like, wow, I could have won $1,000 worth of CT, but I did not have the profile picture as my profile picture, which you guys know I have my Nova Punk, which then I thought, well, he's doing airdrops all year long of the coin.
Yeah,
he's going to be giving out a lot of stuff to people that use the crypto Twitter picture as their PFP. Now, in my brain, I thought, well, I don't want to change my personal PFP because I've had it for 4 years, almost 3 years, whatever. And we have the Crypto Remora. But also I thought about it. I'm like, well, I don't really want to win in their giveaways either because I feel like I want other people to win that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a holder, I'm a believer, I'm a supporter. Me and you, we have our own channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we shouldn't be the ones trying to win shit. Like, we already had our chance to win things in the beginning. We won some prizes when we first came into crypto, and that was cool. So it almost was like, well, I don't really want to win. I don't really want to change my PFP, but I'm still a holder and a believer. And I was thinking about what could we do to maybe do something. And basically all we're doing is TA on the coin, and we're holders. But we should actually go on their show. We should bring them on our show. And look at this run though, dude. Look at this run that this thing has had. I'm going to measure it with this tool real quick. I mean, if you would have scooped down here, which I didn't catch this very bottom, but I mean, you had a cool off right now, but even to the cool off where you're having right now, it's 251% since, I mean, what is that? November. I mean, December. Is that December 4th? Yeah, dude. That's just in the last 20 days, dude. This thing's going up 300% almost. And what he was saying on the stream, on the spaces rather, and look, you're bouncing off of previous resistance too. You're getting a bounce right now. What he was saying, I didn't realize this, is that, and they're working with Cardano. They had Charles Hoskinson in the spaces the other night, which is to GMB. I don't know if you were aware of this. Charles Hoskinson was a listener in the spaces on crypto Twitter the other night, right after RTB was their speaker. RTB's got about 9,000 followers, 10,000 followers or something. But then the next night after, because he's a marketer and a business affiliate with Cardano, and I believe, or something like that. I could be wrong on how I said that, but yeah. The very next night, Hoskinson was listening in. I just thought that was very cool. That was freaking cool. But a lot of these guys are not selling until, like, they've made like such a serious pact, like they're just not selling, and they're like, let's do this thing. We're not selling. So, I mean, holy crap, dude! The level of conviction that these guys have is nuts. But what I was going to say, rather than doing like a giveaway or whatever, like for us, you know, maybe we could do something. We just got to brainstorm, Wes. We got to get him on here. We got to get the dev on here
for sure, dude,
and have them on our show where we can just kind of talk shop and just bullshit and come up with some ideas, man. Maybe brainstorm. Like I said, I'm not really interested in winning all the free stuff. I believe that should be for the people coming into crypto and getting started. They should have that opportunity like we had. So I'm not really into it for that aspect, but I would like to talk more about, you know, also holding and, you know, holding till $1 billion, because I think these guys want to hold till $1 billion market cap, bro. I mean, that is huge. That's massive kind of balls you got to have for that. I mean, they already got big balls doing the spaces every single day. So, but shout out to crypto Twitter, dude. If you guys seen me in the chat lurking and I haven't come up to speak, it's because, you know, I got corporate down here and it's there's not a whole lot when it gets late like that for me. But I am in there. I'm listening to the majority of it. I've been getting a little tired recently too, so going to bed a little early, dipping out. But I'm still in there. When I'm in there, I'm listening. And full-on believer and supporter of this coin. Over on Solana, one of the few projects on Solana that's not a full-on shitter and not a rug. These guys do a spaces every night at 10 o'clock. Check them out. That's all I want to say. And the chart looks phenomenal. Proof's in the pudding. I mean, this thing is low volume and still running up. So looking good.
I second that, man. The bag holders, dude, they're in it for the long run, man. And I mean, 1.3 million market cap, dude.
1.9 now.
You're talking about, you know, $50 turning into a lot of money, dude. If that goes to, you know, 500 million, like that's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money. So, yeah, little riskier, but I mean, the return on that, man, is just, it's good. And I wouldn't, like, for me, I don't think it's risky. For Sierra, we don't think it's risky because we know these guys, and we know that they're, you know, their heart's in the right place.
Now on the real side, like, we do have to talk too. Being a community member, you know, you don't want to cheat out either. So that kind of balances. I would like to bring him on to talk about that balance too, because if you're in the community and you're trying to make money on this thing, how are the top holders? Like, if you're holding till a Billy, how are you gonna like, you don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you want to be part of the community, but, like, you know, I like to swing trade coins, bro.
Yeah, but you gotta take a little, like, you say you got $50 in, and then it runs to, we're at 1.3 million, 1.5, whatever, and it runs to 500 million. Like, you know, you got to take some profit, man. That's a higher market cap. You take $2,000, $3,000 off the table, that's not going to do anything, really.
It's not going to hurt as much.
No, and see, I think everybody's going to sell at different times.
I think a couple of these cats ain't gonna.
They probably won't, dude.
That's what I'm saying. This guy's just freaking G's, dude. But that's what I was like. I want to bring him on. I want to pick his brain and ask a couple of the tough questions, and I think we should, because our job is Crypto Remora. Like you said, we bring people the real. I think we should bring him on, and nothing too hard and heavy, because I like these guys. I'm a believer. I'm a full-on supporter. But I do have questions, like, about selling. Like, am I going to be a cheat if I sell out? In other words, you know, maybe the thought I was having, instead of us doing something like, you know, having the PFP and trying to win the drops and stuff, we leave that for the community, and we help onboard people into this thing. But maybe we could talk to him about something like maybe us buying a bag and just locking in, just, hey, we're going to lock in for the next 100 days, like, straight up.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll talk off stream, and we'll talk business.
We can definitely,
we'll talk shop, but I would love to have these guys on, and I would be all about asking the tough questions. If you guys are interested, though, do your own research, but check them out, dude. They're definitely making a buzz. They're definitely causing some noise on Twitter. Too, and it's a great bunch of guys, and they're funny as hell, and they're cool. They're laid back, down to earth. But yeah, definitely check them out.
So stuff. Yeah, we can definitely look at stuff. Siri, do you still have deck screener up? And also, I want to get your thoughts on this too, man, because Pump Action is asking about VeChain and what your thoughts. Probably, I would imagine on Cardano, on ADA.
Stuff on ADA.
Stuff.
Okay, I got stuff ADA chart right here.
VeChain. VeChain is a utility token. They do what is it? It's not analytics. It's it's analytics. They do the supply and demand. From what I understand, they're already working with Walmart in some areas of the world or whatever. We'll get to where, like, we've already started seeing it, where these utility tokens will start to run. VeChain's already kind of done that. It's been around for a while now. I want to say since like 2017. Don't quote me on that. But this is one that I liked very early. And you'll hear everybody talking about the utility, the technology that's going to change the world. When you're hearing people talking about that, VeChain will have a nice run. But yeah, that's my quick thought on VeChain. Is this it?
So I'm not sure if this is the right one. It looks like stuff on ADA. It's got a $27 million market cap. This thing just came out July 2024, so it's a very new coin, if this is correct. Did have this massive
V-shape,
downward move here, that you had a massive move back up and handle forming. But it could be a little fakey handle, meaning this could be the fakey handle down, and you could continue to come over this way a little. And of course, you know, my mind always goes to that first. So this is, I'll just draw it right here, what I'm seeing right here. Whoa, what the hell? All right, sorry guys, it's making me dizzy. Okay. What the fuck?
You got people breaking even right now, man, just trying to get out the trade. They've held it for so long, since way back then. I think that's why we're having a little struggle breaking out here.
What's going on with this mouse? Heart.
That's a massive
Sorry,
move,
y'all.
dude.
This thing is spazzing, bro. Pushing it. That's pushing it.
Yeah. People are selling, breaking even, dude. They got out of the token,
but you could, in theory, Wes. This is what I'm saying, though. Like, if you said that this is the handle, right? But like Wes said, people are selling, so you're getting this of a cup. You would need a bigger handle anyway. So I would want to see something like this for this to actually be a cup and handle. Maybe all right. Let me delete this one because it's confusing. So, yeah, that one. Sorry for the sloppy drawing, guys. But let me delete this other one too, so it doesn't. So something like this is what I would actually want to see play out for this. So I would say, depending on where you bought this thing, does it have potential to run? I do think it has potential to run still. I don't think it's done. If this is a cup and handle, you did hit this level here once. You do have these levels here. Boom, boom. You drop down. So that's a potential right there for cup and handle. Now, you did have a sell-off. Like Wes said, you had another sell-off. But I wouldn't jump out of this thing just yet if you're in it. I wouldn't jump out of it. I don't know what it is or what it does. I'm just looking strictly from a chart. As I said, though, I would like to see this happen, which would put you closer to January 6th, 7th, 8th. So I would be patient with it. Excuse me. Now, of course, if this cup and handle doesn't play out, you've got some levels down here that you could come down to, this being the first one at about a penny. And then your next level to watch would be down here at, a penny to 0.12. So this is your little zone of support down here. I would feel fairly confident you wouldn't go much lower than this area here. So that's your downside. Your upside, it just, in my opinion, would be, I would take this and I would measure it, maybe not from the very bottom, but I would take it like from here. Again, this is an ugly cup and handle.
Yeah, he said it's been out since November of last year.
I like cup and
deck screen is lagging you, dude.
Care if they're ugly. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's just the computer lagging. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. That's crazy though.
Am I lagging?
All right. Yeah, I don't know. It might be me lagging. I'm gonna remove it now. The upside though for that, even though because it's lagging, y'all. I don't know what it is, but the upside to that would be a massive move up to over 3 or 4 cents. Be up around this level.
Something like that. I would want to know. Was it an airdrop? He said it came out in November of last year, and that was that's a hard time to come out. I think that it's a DEX. Yeah, I would want to know more. It looks like something where people are just like, oh, it's dead. It's dead. It's dead. It's about to bottom out. People were buying because they thought it was going to bottom out. And it seems like the holders were probably still dumping, taking the free money. You just never know with stuff like that, man. Was it I'd like to see who the top 10, the top 10 holders are and how much supply they own of it. Something like that. I would probably look a little further into, because you never know, man.
I would hold it till January 8th personally. If you're already
like an
in
airdrop or something, yeah. But
yeah, that's a look at that. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if it's the internet over here or what, but
it looked like it was an airdrop. Yeah, it looked like it got beat down at a very bad time during the cycle. And it was free money, so people were taking profits, and then you had some people jumping into it. And I would like to see who like the top 10 holders are and how much supply they own of it, because it looks like it was manipulated.
Yeah, Dex Screener's acting a little stupid. I've got to revamp it to where we got to set up our Crypto Remora Dex Screener a little bit. We got to take our time and set up each chain so that when I open it on the profile, it works a little smoother. Because if I try to open my Google profile, it lags like shit. It can't handle it. Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably get in there and set it
I'd
up
like
where
to add our shit, Solana, Arbitrum, you know, and I did start it a little bit.
HODL on. If it was an airdrop free money, why not, dude? That's what I'm doing with the Pingu airdrop, dude. Like, it's fucking free money. I'm just holding on to it. See what it does.
That one will do good, dude. I think Pingu's doing actually good. It got up to like 4 cents earlier.
Bro, did you see on Phantom? I don't know how accurate this is, but on Phantom it says the top 10 holders own like 78% of supply on Pingu.
On Pingu?
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's kind of like what I was saying. Yo, they'll manipulate the hell out of it, dude.
That is a lot. But a lot. They are a pretty solid community, though. I mean, they're doing a lot for Web3. So, I mean, am I hating on them for making money? Not really.
Nah, dude, they give us free money. Fuck it. Like
that when you're giving like that, here's the thing, dude. Bro. I'm cheering your ass on, bro. Go Pudgy Penguins. Like,
it's like
when I first looked at them, I was like, oh hell no, because y'all want like $3,000 for this cartoon penguin. That shit ain't happening, right? It was like $2,000 to buy one. I was like, nah, I ain't buying a penguin. Yeah. No, not even if I could would I have bought it. It was just too much money. And then I think during the peak of whatever that was and the peak of the airdrop, bro, it was worth a lot of these airdrops are worth like $250,000. Like the airdrops were insane. Like how much money people made. When it was up here at like whatever, well, that's the daily. Let me go to the max. When it was up, well, wait, what the hell? On the first drop, it was up here at like 5 cents. And some charts show it a little higher than that. I thought I could be wrong, but still, the airdrop itself. I mean, if you had a big bag of that, dude, that's a lot of money. It adds up quick. Chart looks pretty solid though, man. You're in an uptrend still, even with the airdrop.
Sierra, will you look at a bounce token too? I don't know what that is. More money's talking about it. Bounce token. Do you have a second to look at it?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's check it out.
And I'm gonna show this our Remora chart to the macro.
Yeah, definitely. BTC. Definitely do that. Bounce auction, bounce. I got bounce bit, bounce auction.
Bounce auction.
Oh, hey, bounce auction. I'm actually going to pull it up on this one to see if it acts a little better because Dex Screener was just lagging like crazy a minute ago. So I don't want to.
You like Gecko Terminal?
I'm not really on the terminal. I'm on freaking. I'm on the regular one, but let's see here.
What's the market cap? 116 million.
Yeah.
Chain Ethereum.
The FDV score is fairly good, 0.86. So that means most of the tokens are out in circulation. That ain't bad. What chain are we on here? What is this?
I think it's ETH.
This is actually ETH. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I am there. Okay.
So far, so good, man.
Let me look at the max chart. All right.
Yeah, I like it. Why not?
Holy shit, dude. This thing went up to. Wow, $52. You're at $17. Okay, so you had some highs over here, 51. Let's look at the all-time high, $65 in 2021. That was about the Pico top of the market right there, bro.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot of traffic, dude. Look at this, Wes. Look at all this traffic in this range. I'm going to call this whole range right here just mad traffic right here, right?
When did it top out?
What, right here?
Yeah, what is that?
April 11th, 2021.
And that second top was November to the right.
This one here was in May. This one here is October.
So right before Bitcoin.
This is before FTX, isn't it? October 21st.
That was right before Bitcoin's top because Bitcoin topped in November, so it topped right before Bitcoin.
Well, no, back there, but I'm saying this right here, October 2021's FTX shit, right?
You know, Bitcoin, how it had the two tops and that second one was higher.
Yeah.
So that was the Bitcoin's actual second top that was
Second
higher.
top was here.
So it didn't get as high as the first one, but you know.
Well, I will say this: you had some time. I mean, look, you had, let's see, October 21st, it was 52. November 21st, it was 40. You had a month to get out. I mean, even here, you had $65 in April, and then by May, it was $53. So you had, I mean, this was a scary drop. Holy shit.
Scary.
Down to 34. I mean, 65 down to 35. That's a $31. That was a hell of a drop. So that would have been terrifying. But then you caught this bounce here, 53. Somebody traded the shit out of this. Okay. Somebody made a lot of money on this move down and up. I was just going to tell you like that. Let's zoom into this. Someone made some coin on that. 65 down to freaking $13, bro. Look at this. 65. Somebody shorted the shit out of this, made some money. But
I'll say, looking at a quick view of it, like I think it's good. I mean, it's finally starting to break out. It's moving with the rest of the market. There's your little cup and handle, Sierra. You like those?
Oh yeah, forming a triple whammy cup and handle. 1, 2, 3,
breaking out handles. Of a wedge,
and you got a down descending wedge. So this is actually a good entry around this price too. You're slightly under $20. I like it, dude. I do like this zone here is nice. Let's look at this on.
Did it start that descent in March? Is that the March descent right there?
Right here?
Yeah. No, that's
looks
December.
like December 2023. December, yeah.
2023?
Yeah, right there. This is a huge pattern, bro. This pattern starts in 2021. This cup and handle. Wait, can I pull this up on trading?
I like it, man. I like it. For sure.
This is Gecko Terminal. Let's see if the lag stops right now.
I'm watching.
She's being laggy as shit, man. I got about 10 minutes left in me. I don't know if this is gonna behave. Can you still hear me good, or is it lagging, Wes?
Yeah, you're moving. I'm watching.
All right, what this is a big indecision candle right here. This does not look like the right chart though. I don't like these freaking ads, dude. Close them out. I don't want no damn Google ads.
It's doing much better, dude.
Let's see.
Yeah, it does not look the same.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back to that cup and handle though. I can't quite bring that up. What you think that would be on the year? Wouldn't be on the yearly. Weekly, maybe. Yeah, this is not showing me that same chart at all.
What was the other one you were looking at? Was it Auction USD that you were looking at, or was it something else? Was it Auction ETH that you were looking at before?
I don't know. It just, when you click on live trading, it should bring you up to the right one. That's kind of stupid. If I click the link, you should bring me to the same coin. Come on. Yeah, the cup and handle on it looked good. Let me try it one more time on here. Do we have any other requests?
No, I think that was it.
What was the name of that one again? Auction. What was it called?
Auction. Bounce auction. Bounce token auction. Yeah.
All right. Let's pull this up. Bro, they're trying to kill me in here. They're turning the heat up in here. Balls that were trying to kill me in here, trying to roast me.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Right, so let me go to the 1 year chart. See, that's it right here. That's the cup and handle right here. I just zoomed in. That's what it was. I zoomed in with their zoom tool, so that was my fault.
Oh, gotcha.
But you should be able to do that though. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. This is it. So I'm just gonna do it with my eyesight. I would just say from here to here. I would say from here to here, boom, it would be up around $30. That next move, the next breakout. If this cup and handle plays out, it would be somewhere between $25 and $30 on the breakout. So you're at $17. You could go to double your money up to $30. Could it happen? I mean, you've paid your dues. I mean, look at this shit. Anyone that's held it from July, this is brutal. I mean, if you held this thing from the top, that's brutal, bro. Like from $34 all the way down. You know, you've been kind of getting some fake outs, 22, and then boom, boom, boom. That's just one of them aggravating type holds. But I will say this is not the time to sell. I mean, hell, you know, you went as low as 10, 11 bucks.
Yeah.
It kind of looks, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like Atlas and shit. Yeah. That's what it reminds me of.
It'll move,
like,
man.
It will pump. It's just you gotta be patient. You gotta wait for the breakout. But could it double? It could absolutely go up to 30 bucks on this breakout, no problem. And that's just saying from not knowing shit about the token.
Yeah,
just on a chart
people
perspective.
When it spikes up like that and then spikes down, that's people top blasting. They're freaking buying when they think it's about to break out, and then people sell on the breakout. Smart money's selling on the breakouts, and then it comes back down, and people get freaking wrecked, dude. So those people that bought up here, when it finally gets back up to that level, they're selling. They're like, I'm done with this, man. They're just taking their money and breaking even. But real quick, man, I just want to show this. I think it's important for us to, you know, keep a level head on us here.
Top signal, which we should be more than fine right now. We should actually be cooling off some on our tops.
So this is something that I've noticed here, man. And if you look at everything, you look at the RSI, the overbought, oversold, the momentum indicator down here. You can see they all kind of play out similarly, but you know, back in here, this was just weird, man. It started off like most of them do. If you see in the beginning, started off about the same, had that little midway pump, and then we had COVID, then we had the FTX stuff, Luna, Terra Luna, absolutely insane. But something that I noticed, man, because I stare at this chart, like I literally stare at this fucking chart sometimes just to kind of bring myself back down and keep a level head. And something that I noticed here is how all of this is lining up and where we're at and the dates and you know, the super trend and how that's moving. And everybody has said it, and I agree that this bull market back here looks just like what's going on here. You know what I mean? This one's all funny and all shitty looking. So I really don't look at this one. I mean, we still hit the green on the RSI and touch that top level. But something I noticed here, man, was how these move the same and kind of how the dates line up. You know, right here we have, I marked this. This is December 2016. So that was exactly 8 years ago. And you can see, man, you can see where we are on the RSI, which puts us, you know, right here. I mean, we're not even above the all-time high back here. And so that's why I think like Bitcoin's just kind of, it went up so fast, dude, and already broke a new all-time high. We didn't even do that back here yet. We were still under that all-time high, you know, what, $1,200, $1,100 or something. We were still under that back here, 2016 of December, where we are now exactly 8 years ago. But we're putting in the same kind of patterns. You know what I mean? We came up, we had this little hump right here on the momentum indicator. We had this little hump. We had our sell signal and our buy signal back to back. And then we're right here on our RSI. You look at the RSI, we're right here on the RSI. Where we at? We're in December. We got our sell signal here, our buy signal here. Lines up perfectly, right? And then where we at on the momentum indicator? We got our hump. We're coming out of that hump, starting to push back up. And I just need to, like, dude, look how much longer we have, guys. Look how much longer we have. And then I just took the overlay. What you see right here, this purple, that is the overlay from this move. It's not going to be exactly perfect. I mean, I do have a feeling. I mean, the top of this this range here, this kind of rainbow trend line here is if we were to go to it where that trend line is, that's around 250,000. I don't know, man. Me personally, I don't think we're gonna. Yeah, it's so Sierra. That's
I'll add your boy. We're piercing that some bitch. We're going to 275 on the Pico top easy. We're going there.
I mean, and you have the evidence to back it up. You know what I mean?
If you move that, Wes, let's move this back for a minute. Take that fractal and move it to the left to where the green hits the top of the blue line. Can you do that for me?
What is it?
Take that whole fractal, that blue fractal, and the left side of the fractal, line it up with the top of the green run, not even a quarter inch over to the left. Like move it to the, you see where that other green candle hit the top of the blue line?
Here?
Boom. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. And that's how you hit 275.
And I looked at that as well. And it just doesn't, the dates don't line up. This wasn't our top for Bitcoin. This was. And if you look at where our top hit on each one, that's where it lines up. So if you were to measure these out, trust me, dude, I've measured the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top, to the top to the top. I've measured this whole thing. I'm actually obsessed over it. And this is about the closest that I can get it, because this was the actual top right here for Bitcoin.
Right. Well, now bear with me for a second. You had so much manipulation that I don't think you can call the last cycle with Sam Bankman-Fried, with COVID, with all the bullshit, right? So if you did move it over to that green, look how perfectly and
that would give us a top. That would give us a top in March. That's 3 months, dude.
Well, May. This is what I'm saying. In May. But that would also put it where? That would put you up around 275, right?
Well, it's going to go to 275 either way. That, you see what I'm saying? Like, no matter what you do, you have it here, you have it here. Where this is at, I mean, that's hitting 300. That's going way above that blue line there.
I'm good with that.
That's going way above that. Yeah, and I mean, you can adjust this too, man. Like, you can move it around, stretch it out, but for it to be like an actual overlay without touching it, as I just fucked up. Let me see if I can get it back.
There might be
there it is. Okay. Yeah, I just undid it. But for it to actually be an overlay, I'm doing this so you can see
the fractal.
The fractal. Yeah. But if you were to put it actually right on it, man, you're talking, 800, 700,000, man. I don't see it, dude. But you never know. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative. I just want to be, I don't know, I guess honest to what I think. I don't see it. But there is a series got a lot of proof for why it goes above 200,000 for sure.
Well, here's the other thing. I kind of want to get the sentiment for after Trump gets in office and really see what happens, because we know that 2020, we don't know the facts about everything in 2020.
Yeah.
We don't know about how real or fake the virus was. We don't know about how real or fake the vaccines are. We don't know shit. Everyone can have their own opinions, right? But at the end of the day, nobody really knows shit about what happened in 2020. I don't care who you are.
Oh,
you don't know. I'm just talking about in general what happened in 2020 in the world. Forget crypto and finance. You sat home and watched your TV, and people were literally telling you not to leave your house and put a mask on your child.
Oh, yeah, dude.
They couldn't play a flute. We've never seen anything like that in our lifetime, and probably, hopefully, never will see anything like that again. But the bottom line is, I'm not saying it's fake or real, or I'm not going to say that because I don't want to get shut down. But and that whole thing, you're shut down. That whole shit. Like, we've never had to deal with that shit in America. We've never had to deal with it as a world, and so that was crazy. And it happened literally right before, not before, it happened during the biggest breakthrough I've ever had in my life with investing, which is I was studying charts and everything. And I looked up, it's almost like I was literally studying patterns. And I look up on the TV and all of a sudden they're saying, we're closing the world down. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, this is my chance, bro. Like, I've been waiting for some FUD, because I read how they always tell you in the news there's crazy things that go bad, and that's when you should buy on the sound of bombs, buy when the market's crazy. And I just think that people saying that 150 is the top, or 100, like 100K is already pushing it, and like all this shit, knowing that you kind of
not the top. Yeah.
Even like you kind of ignored the last run, even though you can't, because it fits in the rainbow chart perfectly. So you can't really ignore the last market at all. It's just Bitcoin, even with all of that crazy shit, kept in that chart and kept moving up. And it's just almost like if you look at the COVID drop, it was just like a V. It's just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right back to normal.
Yeah. It messed up the oscillators, though, is the only thing. And, you know, this little hump right here, I believe with COVID, or like if COVID didn't happen, I believe this would have been more up here, giving us that first hump like these have. Instead, we've got, you know, the green that was in that first top. That's not really the actual top of the cycle. We got pushed, you know, too far down. And we usually get 2 touches on these bull markets, right? We usually get the 2 green touches that come up. Unfortunately, you know, with the FUD, FTX, and Luna and all that shit, COVID, everything just kind of messed this up. So the only real thing that we can go off on, like as far as fractals and how they look similar with all of our oscillators and then everything here, is the 2016, 2017 run and where we are now. And I think that, and another thing, man, is like I was also looking at it's tough for me, man, because I really want to say, like, dude, we're gonna go to 300,000. I really want to say that. I really want to believe that. And part of me does believe that. Like, part of me does believe that, because we do have so much money that could come in. Sovereign wealth funds, you know, states buying, you know, Bitcoin to put it on their balance sheets, institutions on their balance sheets. Like, there's a lot of stuff that could definitely push it up there. But just based off of what's happened in the past, we've got, you know, the returns, they get cut in half. What do they call it? I'm starting to lose my train of thought here.
No, I know what you're saying. The law of diminishing returns with
diminishing
Bitcoin.
Returns. It got
but you also
like
have
half.
But you also have on the other side of that, you have the super cycle theory, right? And I don't I don't necessarily believe in the super cycle theory. Look around you a little bit. Have you noticed something that's a little bit different? 30% correct. And I don't want to be the asshole to jinx it, y'all, but I'm just saying, like, the 30% corrections that we're so cemented and glued into because we've been here for 4 years or 8 years and we think we know everything. Have you really felt the 30s? Like, we haven't really felt that yet. No. I'm not saying we're not going to.
The alts, I did, but not Bitcoin.
Well, the alts, yeah, but it's almost like that transition, but the market cap's higher for the alts now too. Mm-hmm. So while I don't believe in the super cycle theory, I do believe in the fact that there's going to be a stabilization in both Bitcoin and alts where they're kind of maturing, right? Bitcoin's 16 now. It's got its driver's license, got its car. It's not going to be doing the crazy shit it was doing. It was, 7 years old. It's not going to act like a little brat when, like a little spoiled little kid. It's not 3 years old no more. 16 years old. The alts and Ethereum are getting up there too. They're starting to learn a little bit now. They're learning from their big brother Bitcoin how to drive the car. They're not legal to drive it yet, but they're driving the car. They're stealing it at night. So my point is with that, super cycle, probably not. Top out at 150, absolutely not. You go to 150, and what's going to happen at 150 is everyone's going to go, oh my God, that's where the noobs are going to come in, or not the noobs. That's where the normies are going to come in. That's when Mitch is going to call me because Mitch said, I should have bought it at 15,000. You've been telling me for 2 years to buy Bitcoin. It's at 100,000. He's in the regret phase, but he's not in FOMO yet. Even though we crossed 100,000, Mitch is still not in the I got to buy some phase. He's still in the sit back like, damn, I missed it. It's over. It's probably going to crash back down to zero now because that was it. Kind of, it's like they're looking at it like that. But once Bitcoin goes from 100 to 150, the psychological shift, and it's not that hard to go to 150 from here. Let's be straight up. It ain't that hard. But the mind shift that's going to happen when that does happen, because I think we could go to 130 in January or February, straight up. Like I don't see us even January. I think we could hit 130, no problem.
Yeah, I agree.
The mindset that's going to shift when that happens is going to be violent, and people are going to be like, "Oh shit, 150 Bitcoin, we're going to 200." And then once you crack 200, it ain't gonna be nothing to keep rolling. So I don't believe in the super cycle, but I also don't believe in the 150 bullshit. I don't think that that's going to be it. Now what they did with COVID, maybe that shifts over to every bull run from now on, and maybe that's where it puts your theory into play, where
we will get these corrections, man. Like they're gonna happen. We're gonna get those 30% corrections. And that's obviously gonna slow Bitcoin down. It's gonna reset everything. But I think to keep a level head and to stay focused on this, like, yeah, if you're trading now, we got our levels, all that good stuff. All right. But I think the most important thing here is just the timing and the oscillators and just everything that is lined up perfectly previously before. If we're at 150, but we're in November of 2025, I'm out, dude. Sorry. It is what it is, man. I'm not gonna hold it back, dude.
Can you zoom in on that chart at all and look
Yeah.
at where May is? Because the old adage, sell in May and walk away, that's another thing Lark and Zombie were paying attention to. And it's like, or no, it was Jordan Cameron. Jordan Cameron had on there, sell in May and walk away. And he showed you the last stock markets, how it always drops in May for the most part. And the same thing
May.
after the halving on Bitcoin. Right. So what I think
would be May.
I'm going to be paying attention to May, because if you go back and look at the Mays of previous cycles, I think there's only maybe, it's like the sell in May and walk away thing is real. So I think we get a first pump all the way up until May. We get a correction, and then we get one more euphoric run, and then we go into a bear market. But I think the bear market this time is not as bad and as brutal as the last two. Yeah. I think the bear market this time is where we finally start to stable out, and where Bitcoin starts to finally just kind of chill, like, between 100 and 300,000. It's like just this solid amount of money in it. That's my thoughts on it anyway. So my first set of target to watch is going to be, I want to see what we're doing in May. And definitely, if we're having the runs that I'm thinking we're going to have, I'd like to take a little bit off the table before May, just in case we have that shit go down. But we are going to watch this chart like a hawk. We're going to see when it gets overheated. And right now, we're not even in the green yet.
We're not even close, guys. I mean, until this breaks, until this isn't working anymore, you know what I mean? We're going to keep going off of it. Everything's been lining up. November, December, we always get our tops. And I expect the same thing this time. Sierra expects the same thing. But everything's looking good, man. No reason to panic. It's not over. It's not over, dude. Don't listen to anybody telling you it's over, because it's not.
Gain of function virus. Yeah, I got into it on Twitter the other day with somebody saying something too, because I said it on a Spaces like in 2023, I think. The first Spaces I got into, somebody was like, "Oh, I don't think that they would go through all that," and I said, "Well, you obviously underestimate the power of evil people, because people with more money than brains will go to extreme levels to keep that money, and they will go to extreme levels to keep their agendas in order. So if you think for 1 minute that some bazillionaire wouldn't, create a fake virus just to slow down the price of a stock or Bitcoin, you obviously haven't learned about evil people well enough yet, because that's a given. Like, at the time, I knew my argument was valid, but now I'm like, I think I was right. I think I was literally right, because look at all the money that was printed in 2020. 70%, like, it's an astronomical amount of the money supply was printed in the last freaking 4 years. And what is Bitcoin? Yeah. Bitcoin is the antithesis of that. Bitcoin is the enemy of that. So if you look at it from that perspective, Bitcoin was already going to run to 100K, and they knew it. So they say, okay, we can't stop this thing. So how can we, if you can't stop, how do you stop a computer? How do you stop a computer? What's another way? If you can't physically unplug it, what can you do from far away to a computer to stop it? If you're not in the room with it, how do you stop it? You could send it. You could send it a. You could send it a virus. Okay. Now, if you can't give the code or the computer a virus, if you can't give Bitcoin a virus, well, you could give the world a virus. And that's what they did. That's what they did. So, not going to go too deep with y'all on this philosophical shit, but every now and then I got to drop the knowledge on you. And I do feel like there was some definite shady shit. And when you start lining up everything that's been happening in the world since 2020 till now all of a sudden BlackRock's on board. Now all of a sudden it's okay. Now all of a sudden it's not rat poison. But back in 2020, it was criminals, drug addicts, losers. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's illegal. It's this, it's that. But now it's cool.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened in the last 4 years that says now it's cool? That hasn't happened in the last 12, 13 years. I'm going to tell you what, nothing has changed. The only thing is they're full of shit. And I don't believe a damn thing they say. And I got to put that out there. So just know that there will be manipulation in the markets. You know that, you're aware of that, but also keep your thinking cap on. We live in a scary world, right? It's a scary world. So we have to be aware of shit, but we have to keep focus on where we are at. And I think where we're at as a society, a country, a world, in a very crazy time to be alive, but also a very good time to be in Bitcoin and crypto. Yeah. So you have to use that shit, man. Use that to your advantage. If you're just coming in, or if you're a vet, it doesn't matter. Keep in mind that Bitcoin and Ethereum, Cardano, they're all running, baby. They're all doing what they're doing. They're changing the world. Slowly but surely changing the world. So
wag me, baby. Wag me.
That's all I got to say about that. Zoom out and keep the big picture in mind. Don't laser focus so much on the day-to-day or the month-to-month or even the year-to-year. Zoom out to the 12-year chart. Look at what Bitcoin's done over 12 years, dude. Less than a penny. Bitcoin was less than a penny at one point. Less than a freaking penny.
Now they're talking about it every day, dude. In the market.
It's all over the news now. All of a sudden, it's all over the news. And it's going to get even more. It's going to get more hyped.
If you're here watching this, man, you are in the right spot. We appreciate you guys for stopping in, man. First and foremost, GMB, Crypto Homes, man. Love you guys for sure. Y'all know that. Who was that? Let's see. Pump Action and Carlin Hood. Like, you guys, thank you so much for joining us today and asking your questions. Diamond Hands, you too, man. Thank you so much. More money, YouTube us. Appreciate you, man. Make sure y'all are subscribed to the channel, all that good stuff. Sierra, you got anything else, man?
Nah, man, I just want to say thank you guys for putting up with my little bit of rant there, but we love you. Stay positive. Everything's good, man. 95,000. Chill.
Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Think long term, man.